Welcome back to the VW ID Talk podcast. We are your hosts, Wes and Jan. And don't forget, you can catch us on your favorite streaming podcasting platforms, whether that's iTunes or Overdrive or Spotify, and of course here on YouTube for a more visual experience. And today, you can tell we are not in our normal locations. I'm coming to you from beautiful northern Michigan, near Traverse City, the shores of Lake Michigan. And Jan, more importantly, is coming to us from the beautiful countryside of Czechia, aka the Czech Republic, where he was made, along with a lot of great cars like this beautiful thing here. Jan, what is that? And it looks like a Volkswagen.
It is a Volkswagen. It is the ID.7 Tourer, Wes. I know It's your dream car, right? Is it? But you can't have it in the US, unfortunately.
Why not? So here is Jan showing, look, we've got amber turn signals. We've got a hatchback. It is a wagon, a sport wagon. So Volkswagen had considered bringing the ID.7. Looks like they had not just considered, but they were planning to bring the ID.7 to the U.S. And they changed their minds because they thought demand would be low. But that was going to be the sedan. They never were going to bring the ID.7 Tourer or Avant, depending on where you are, here to the U.S. And so this is something that's going to be part of our Forbidden Fruit series. And Jan is going to show us several things that our European friends get that we don't.
This is the Pro trim. They have 3 trims: Pro, Pro S. The Pro S has a bigger battery, 87, versus this one has 77. And then they have the GTX, which also has the front motor. So this is the rear-wheel drive only with the APP 550 motor right here. And from the dynamics perspective, it reminds me of my ID.4. I have the all-wheel drive ID.4 with the previous APP 380 or whatever motor it was, plus the front motor. And from the dynamics perspective, this car is a little heavier. It's also, by the way, almost 18 inches longer. So around these like 40 centimeters longer. So it is bigger. So it's literally a big car. So it has a bigger trunk.
I was going to ask that.
Yes,
because it looks like it looks like it's longer than the ID.4, but I thought that was my imagination because it's lower. But
no,
it is
that's
longer,
real.
18 inches longer.
Yes. Height-wise, I think it's pretty similar. There are just a couple centimeters difference on the height.
It's not more difficult to get in and out of than the ID.4.
No,
it's not low enough.
Totally not. No, totally not. Okay. No, totally not. What is interesting is that on the front, there is the piano gloss trim in the bumper, but also around the vehicle, right? So this trim is piano gloss. It's very intricate design. It's very nicely designed, the same way here and the rear bumper.
Yeah, no, it looks amazing.
The color is a silver color. It's a soft silver color, and also it has these silver accents. I think we had one trim in the US for the ID.4 that had a similar trim. I bought that trim and I never remember how that trim is called. So
yeah, well, it looks great. Well, they called it the gradient package, I think.
Oh, the gradient. Okay, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
And kick and go back, and here we go. So if you kick, you have to step back. That's very important. Look at the trunk. So the tonneau cover is different, though you still need to operate it manually. It has 2 detents, rolls all the way back, and look at the size of it. This is ginormous.
Okay.
So it's really ginormous. Of course, 2 stories here, and down below the cubby for charging cables, and the OEM Harman Kardon.
Oh, a subwoofer.
Subwoofer, yeah.
So that's not just for crazy audiophiles. You can put the OEMs put subs in the trunk as well.
Yes,
Very
they
nice.
do.
Okay.
You can also fold the seats either from here or from right there, so you can fold it from 2 sides. And if you're wondering, yes, this is another speaker for your Harman Kardon. This is for the surround. So in the C pillars, it has another, is it A, B, C, D? Is it C pillar? Whatever. The last pillar that the car has another speaker in there. Of course, on both sides. And it has a hitch. And in Europe, the hitch is done very differently. Like when you look, like
It's
you
invisible.
barely see any hitch, right? And see, it's hidden down here.
Okay.
So if you hit this pops out, and then you lock it in place, and now it's locked in place.
Wow. Okay. And that's what they call the swan neck
Yeah.
auto hitch. I know some people tried to retrofit that here in the United States. I imagine that would be a pretty difficult retrofit. 'Cause
Yeah,
the wiring
that won't be
harness is
easy. Yep.
completely different. Okay.
And if you want to stow it, you just pull this again. It will unlock, and you'll just shove it back in, and that's it.
Wow.
Done.
That's great. And so I was going to ask you, you said the space vertically in there is similar to the ID.4.
So this is exactly 64 centimeters. I was measuring it because we are picking up something in the IKEA. So the opening is 64. We'll post the details into the video, both in centimeters and inches.
But definitely longer from front to back.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Okay, wow.
Yes. So this is beautiful and enormous and nice. So
Try the kick it before you do that. Well, it's okay. I think you should be able to kick to close as well, but that's not
yeah,
something people use.
I was able to do it once.
Oh, okay.
And rear handles. Look at this symbol on the rear handle, so you can unlock it from the rear as well. Yay!
That's nice.
That's nice. So I just opened the front door. The trim is really nice. There's a backlight that has 2 separate colors, and our favorite in quotes control, but this material, it's like a plush material. It's really nice.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of the Q4 e-tron trim that I wanted to retrofit in my ID.4. So it's really very nicely done. And of course, that theme kind of goes throughout the interior.
Yeah. Those seats look really nice. So these are different than our ID.4s in a good way, I think, right?
Oh yeah. From what it looked like, they have a couple different seats for the ID.7. These have the separate headrest that you can move up and down. They have nice plush cover, and you can extend the front. And they are heated, cooled, and massaged. But it is an upgraded version of the massage from what we have. It has 10 massaging points on the back and 2 on the bottom. And I'll show you in the infotainment. You can set up all different programs. It is unbelievable. It is really like next level massage compared to what we have.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you had also mentioned that the ventilation is multi-zonal. So it's in the bolsters, it's in the extendable.
Yes. On the butt, in the extendable, and on the back. So literally you have 3 fans, and you can set different setting for the back and front. So if you like more higher airflow through your knees and don't like such a high airflow on the back, you can fine tune it just in the infotainment. We'll show that to you. That is amazing. Wow. And also they have so many details, like even these bolster cushions here, they are heated. So in the winter, like these are heated as well. There is a lot to love on the inside. Like it's really upscale interior compared to our ID.4.
Yes. Oh, wow. Okay. You can see, and in the ID.7, and you also said some of the other cars, they don't have the binnacle. They've got that display kind of built into the dash.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
And this one also has the head-up display. I think it already booted up, so you can see it on the screen right there.
It looks great. I've never seen one here in the U.S. But that's really nice, and it shows you not just stats like your speed and your battery state of charge, but also it would show like turn-by-turn navigation directions.
Yes, totally. It's pretty awesome. And of course, because this is on the newer platform, this one is specific software 5.2.
Okay.
So it's the next generation of infotainment compared to what you and I have. We have the software version 3, the MIP 3 hardware. This is a newer hardware, so bigger screen. We don't have any dedicated buttons on the bottom, but the bottom row here is pinned for air conditioning, and you can customize the top row here.
And that pinned row at the bottom is similar to the version 4 that you would see in the later 2024 models.
Absolutely, yes, yes. So it's for the climate, controlling the seats. You can directly go into the massage function. Let's maybe go into the massage function here. You can literally click here to adjust the ventilation. So it's fairly easy. You can also set drying. So what the drying would do, it would preheat the seat and then turn on drying. So it kind of combines both heating and drying. So you can you can have heating and drying at the same time.
So if you're sweaty or something. So yeah, to be clear, ventilated seats are not air-conditioned seats. They're using the air-conditioned air in your car and blowing that into your back and your legs. So this would be the heated seat heaters and also blowing the air across those warm seat heat elements.
Yes.
That's really great. So,
yeah.
So our complaint about Volkswagen not giving you a lot of options is really not valid with this car.
Exactly. Totally not. And we didn't even go into the massage function here, right? You can select different programs like waves back, waves lumbar, waves shoulder, circles. I like the relaxation, and you see it already starts the animation here. So it's now inflating these cushions, these small pockets that are on the back, and you can set intensity, duration. There is so much. While we are talking infotainment, very similar, of course, the different skin here. What I would point out that this car has the DCC that our ID.4s don't have either. So you can adjust how stiff your ride is from comfort to sport. And there is also a shop from where you can click apps like Spotify or some games. So if you want a game while on the charger, you can definitely do that.
Okay, wow. And you were also showing me that there are the climate options in addition to the ventilated heated seats. You have these vents are not vents that you grab with your hand and adjust. You grab these circles and tell it where you want it to blow.
Yeah, just like Tesla, exactly. So when you look at the vent, there is nothing to manually grab. Each vent has 2 motors. One moves the fins vertically, one moves the fins horizontally, and you control it from your infotainment system.
Wow, okay.
Or you can stay in the auto and it manages everything automatically.
Yeah, well, I found the auto works really well, but sometimes you want it to do it a certain way. So that is a lot of options. Wow, okay, that's great. Yes,
and there is a lot of places where you can pin things. So here you can pin the top row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 icons. You can pin here. So if you want navigation instead of battery charging, you can do that. Speaking of battery charging, yes, it also has the preheating, but this one we are parking on in a lot of sun, so it would already charge with the max speed, 71 kilowatts, which for 78% state of charge is impressive in my mind. Then there is this another shelf where you can pin 3x3, so sorry, 6 icons, and then there is another favorite spot when you swipe down, similarly to what we have on the software platform 3. So there is so many things that you can customize. Sometimes it could be too much and it's maybe confusing, but people get used to certain ways, and I like that they opened more options for people here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, the more choices you give people, the happier they. Well, that's most of the time, right? You know, it's great to have a good set of defaults, and it seems like they did a really good job with the defaults. But if you want to customize, you have that ability.
Yes,
that's really great.
And we haven't spoken audio. So this one has, well, we have partially spoke about audio. You remember the subwoofer and the surround speaker. So this is labeled as Harman Kardon. And compared to our ID.4, this has two speakers in the door. So this is something that some trims in the ID Buzz see, and I think this is also what will be in the Pro Plus for the ID.4 in the US.
Okay. Wow. So you've got two speakers in the front doors. You've got speakers in the A-pillars. You've got probably I think you have a tweeter in the rear doors as well.
Yes, correct. Okay. Yes. Yes. And I'm not sure how to set it other than this way. So here you have the entire equalizer. There are different modes that you can, and also you can adjust the surround here. There's a tons of options, and you're pretty much activating the surround speakers with this slider. So that there's so much that you can do here.
All right.
Yeah. So, and the sound is really great. And Wes, did I mention
laminated sound glass? Oh,
yes.
That's wow. So this is better in many ways.
Yes.
But there's no reason they couldn't do these things in the ID.4 in the US and like a Plus version.
And they do some. And so, for example, the safety system. We've talked about the additional foot airbag. Or knee airbag for the passenger and driver. There is a central airbag in the driver's seat. So the driver's seat has literally two airbags, and one on each side. Okay. And like this safety system is coming into the Tiguan. So that there's so much to love here.
Yeah. Hey, remind me, you had said that they had made some changes also in the console and the storage areas.
Yeah.
That made it. So there's our console area where you would put your phone. Oh, and I see down there you don't have to put an aftermarket storage bin in there. They built that in
because it's already here.
Okay.
The front, you can close it if you want.
Oh,
you can close just
Yeah.
And here is a inductive charging that is ventilated. Thank you for that. Yes.
So listen to Jan, and Jan built his own ventilated.
I did into the ID.4. So we'll link to my GitHub page to see how I documented it. So how I did it. But good news that here you don't have to do it, and there is a very deep shelf here in the middle.
Okay. And is there a 12-volt outlet?
I'm afraid the only one that is at the back. The same. It's MEB platform. So
okay. Well, nobody's perfect.
And I think that I was looking for the 230 volt or the power outlet, but I'm not sure. We'll post down below if it's an option or how to add additional power here.
Let's take a look at the rear seats
of the door finish, which is impressive.
Very nice.
And as you mentioned, it has the regular speaker or the wideband and the tweeter speaker. Here on the back, it has the third climate with seat heating.
Okay.
And two pockets for your phone. I think we have only one here on the top, but of course there's a big here on the bottom.
Yeah, but you have plenty of room. You're a tall guy.
Oh, yeah.
And you've got lots of room back there.
Tons of space, and I don't believe we have these nicely.
No, so like sport almost bucket seats for the outboard seats.
Yes.
But you also have a center seat belt, so you can officially safely put three passengers.
Three people. Yep.
All right.
And this one is not coming with the roof, but the roof is electromatic. Same on the ID Buzz, so you can make it milky, so the light doesn't come through as much as when it's fully transparent.
That would be the Pro S version that would have that.
Yes.
Roof. Okay. Yeah, and a lot of people don't like the panoramic roofs. I think
I know exactly.
So giving people choices. Well, this is I thought I might like this car. Now that you've shown it to me, I really want the car. Of course, I can't afford to buy a new car right now, but this would have been what I would have chosen if we had it available in the U.S. I don't know how people are going to feel about us showing them things that they can't have, but I get really excited seeing these things, and maybe it'll drum up some support for Volkswagen to bring them over. All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, everybody. From our special locations. Please remember to subscribe. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for subscribing. See you next time. Take care. Bye.